I'm Emily here at the Whale Interpretive Center in Telegraph Cove, British Columbia, and today we're going to be talking about our photo identification and the species who we use it for. If you'd like to see this video en français, my coworker Audrey has filmed this same video in French, and it's also available on this page, so definitely check that out. So let's start with our killer whales. Lots of you may have been to the Whale Interpretive Center, and if you have, I'm sure you've seen our beautiful killer whale mural. And this includes most of our northern resident population. These are fish-eating killer whales that we see here. And so they're organized on our board here in their matrilineal family groups. And so lots of people come in, they see the board, and they think, wow, how can you tell these whales apart? There's so many of them, they look so similar. And that is true, but if you look again, look a little closer, you can definitely start to see some differences between them that allow us to tell them apart as individuals. So in this video, we're going to look at some distinct individuals that kind of give you an idea on how we tell these animals apart. So we'll look first off at A72, and A72 is a really interesting animal. She's part of the A30 matriline. She has a calf here, as you can see, and she has a really interesting straight dorsal fin that's unusual for a female. Generally, females are a little bit more curved like this, and she also has a notch in the leading edge. This makes her very distinct, and therefore we're able to recognize her very consistently and also help recognize the rest of her family. Another trick that we use in looking at killer whale identification is the saddle patch, and the saddle patch is the white coloration just behind the dorsal fin. So we'll check out A73 here, and you may be familiar with A73. Her name is Springer, and you can see this very distinct marking in her saddle patch right there, and it gives us a very clear picture on who she is. Another thing we use in killer whales is any injuries they've sustained, especially to the dorsal fin. You'll notice that lots have little notches and nicks, but I-64 over here is a prime example of this, and he's got a very, very distinct injury here to the top of his dorsal fin that makes him very recognizable compared to other male killer whales. So what other species do we photo ID? Well, in this area, we also photo ID humpbacks. And so we've got that in catalog form here, not mural. And so you can see we identify these animals by the underside of their tail fins called the flukes. And this is Chunky. He has also a universal code here as well, but we got this name based on this little chunk missing from his tail. Some of these animals are also named for their coloration, such as Snowtip here, named for obvious reasons. Here we've got these white tips on the dorsal, the flukes of the underside of his or her tail. We've also got some animals in the humpback community here that their whole underside of their tail is white, just like Yahtzee here. And Yahtzee is named for the dye markings on the underside of his or her flukes. So why is photo identification so important? Well, it gives us a lot of answers to a lot of different questions. First of all, how big is your population? It's really hard to tell a population of an animal unless you can tell the individuals apart. Otherwise, you could be seeing the same individuals day after day and wouldn't even know. It also allows us to track an individual throughout his or her life. It gives us lots of answers. How many kids do they have? You know, are they staying with the same group? How long do they live? Things that would be very hard to tell without knowing an individual. If you'd like to learn more about photo identification or other animals in this area, please don't hesitate to contact the Whale Interpretive Center. Thank you.